สถานีวิทยุสรานรม AM 1575การทูตเพื่อประชาชน
เพื่อไทยก้าวไกลทันโลก
Swadika and good afternoon, late afternoon rather. It's a very, very wet day today. I don't think I need an iPhone to tell you how the weather is like today. Really, it was pouring like at noon. It was just pouring, downpours everywhere. I thought that Bangkok was going to get flooded. But yes, I was at UNSCAP today, joining the meeting for the 74th SCAP meeting. And I just thought that I couldn't come back to the office because it was raining so hard. I was supposed to come back at noon, but then again, the SCAP meetings just kind of went overtime, so I stayed there until I just got back about a few minutes ago. But yes, it was just pouring, and I thought that Bangkok was going to get flooded. But yes, it occasionally happens once in a while, but I don't think it's once in a while anymore. But yes, welcome. This is News and Views, and you're still with me, Sirisha Prashumyat. It is usually on air from 6 to 6:30 p.m. every Monday, and it's on at Sara'n Rом Radio AM 1575 gigahertz. So if you're on the radio, be sure to tune in to us. News and Views every Monday from 6 to 6:30. And if you're on Facebook right now, I am living, and this will be a rerun on Monday. So if you missed this one right now, then you can see me or hear me again on Monday through our channels, as well as you can listen to me again on Facebook as well, because it will be there. Anyways, making the headlines on Bangkok Post today is the election in Malaysia. Yes, the 92-year-old Mahathir just won the Prime Minister, won the polls again. What is wrong with my English today? But yes, he just won the poll again. He is 92 years old, and Malaysians have always seen him as a savior, and he is once again taken to the polls. I have some updates right here, but that is making the updates right here on Bangkok Post, like on the first page. So if you went online from Bangkok Post online, it will surely have the same picture and also the same heading. Then there is also more news about the NACC seeking and probing into the assets of a Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister, Prawit Wongsuwan. I think most of the stories is about Mahathir today, and since it will be old news by the time this reruns again on Monday, it will still be a story that should be followed up periodically, because he is now the oldest sworn-in Prime Minister in the world, because he is 92 years old, but he has been working tirelessly for Malaysia and the Malaysian people, and they love him. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, let's start off with the headlines, which is Mahathir sworn in after shock poll win. Mahathir Mohamad was sworn in as the world's eldest elected leader after a stunning election win that swept Malaysia's establishment from power after more than 6 decades. Now, in a huge political upset, former strongman Dr. Mahathir's opposition alliance broke the grip on power of the Barisan Nasional or BN coalition, which had governed Malaysia uninterrupted since its birth as an independent country in 1957. It capped a dramatic political comeback for Dr. Mahathir, who previously ruled the country with an iron fist for 22 years and came out of retirement to take on Prime Minister Najib Razak after the leader became embroiled in a corruption scandal. Now, in a ceremony at the National Palace, steeped in centuries-old Muslim Malay tradition, Dr. Mahathir was sworn in as Prime Minister by King Sultan Muhammad V. Dr. Mahathir, dressed in traditional Malay dress, took the oath of office in an elaborately decorated room with political allies and senior government officials in attendance. He said in quotes that I, Mahathir Mohamad, after being elected as Prime Minister, swear to carry out my task with all my ability, and that I will be loyal to Malaysia and preserve and defend the Constitution. Now, as he was sworn in, fireworks lit up in the night sky across Kuala Lumpur as people celebrated. Now, earlier, Mahathir and his wife Siti Hashma Muhammad Ali were driven into the palace past hundreds of well-wishers, waving flags and chanting the national anthem. Muhammad Aslan Shah, a member of Dr. Mahathir's party in the crowd, said he was very proud. Now, our struggle to change Malaysian politics is not wasted. We believe Mahathir can make a change, he said. One of the most remarkable aspects of Mahathir's comeback has been his reconciliation with jailed opposition icon Anwar Ibrahim, his former nemesis. So yes, Malaysian people are happy, and I suppose that the politics in Malaysia will now improve, so we'll see. Back in Thailand, it has right here about graft, and it has a proof timeline that I'll just quickly read out to you. A timeline of the National Anti-Corruption Commission, or NACC's watch scandal investigation into Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Prawit Wongsuwan. The first one was done on December 4th in 2017. It says here that General Prawit is seen wearing a luxury watch. On December 7th, the NACC sends him a letter asking for written clarification within 30 days as the watch was not included in his asset declaration. Now, coming into this year on January 5th, the NACC asked General Prawit to give additional information as more watches are seen worn by him. On February the 13th, after Valentine's, NACC Secretary General Warawit Sukbun reveals General Prawit had asked for an extension of the deadline to February the 15th. Now, February the 15th, the deadline is extended another 15 days to March the 2nd. February the 28th, Mr. Warawit says the agency had asked General Prawit again to provide clarification by mid-March, that it had summoned 6 people and asked watchmakers for information. On March the 15th, General Prawit reportedly submits a 38-page document providing information. On March the 29th, the NACC panel says it needs more time to investigate, as it had to ask 13 watch importers about the watches and that 2 more witnesses would be summoned. Now, the latest is on May 10th. Mr. Warawit says the NACC needs another 2 to 3 months, as it has to verify ownership of 22 watches seen worn by General Prawit, down from the 25 cited by social media. Both evidence and witnesses are needed, it said. So, yep, the probe is still ongoing. It is extended continuously because, well, more information is needed. More witnesses are being interviewed or being interrogated. I guess it just takes time, these things, and I don't know if it's real, if it's not, or what's going on behind the scene. But I guess we have time, and I suppose we still have to follow up on the story. Anyways, back to some other news. China's Macau, Thailand's Phuket ink an MOU on trade, tourism and cooperation. This is from Xinhua News Agency. Now, Thailand's popular beach destination Phuket and China's Macau Special Administrative Region, or SAR, on Wednesday signed a memorandum of understanding that will boost trade and tourism cooperation. Now, the signing was witnessed by Thai Foreign Minister Don Pramatwinai and Chief Executive of the Macau SAR, Shui Sion. Shui is on a 3-day visit to Thailand. Shui said Macau aims to expand cooperation with Thailand in education, traditional Chinese medical science, and markets of Portuguese-speaking countries under the Belt and Road Initiative. He said Thailand is one of Macau's key partners in Southeast Asia in the development of the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area. Now, Don said the two sides have discussed exploring potential cooperation in areas of economy, tourism, medical science, and innovative cultural industry, adding that Thailand hopes to drum up investments from Macau into its Eastern Economic Corridor, or EEC. Now, Macau recorded 1,222 Thai visitor arrivals last year, a year-on-year decline of 16.1%. 54.2% of them same-day visitors, according to the Statistics and Census Bureau. Now, the Macau SAR government will host the 2018 Traditional Medicine International Development Forum and the Economic and Financial Promotion Forum in Bangkok on Thursday, which was yesterday. I think I got the wrong news, but not really. It's in connection with the winning of Mahathir in Malaysia, and this is from former and exiled Thaksin Shinawatra, former and exiled Prime Minister of Thailand Thaksin Shinawatra, and the heading reads, Thaksin congratulates Mahathir for stunning comeback, and this is from Bernama and in Malaysia. Now, exiled former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has extended his congratulations to Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad for his spectacular comeback in winning yesterday's Malaysian general election. Now, he said the power of the people has spoken loud and clear, and it was clear the country's electorate did not only remember Mahathir's outstanding legacy, but it needed his leadership. From my experience having the honour of working closely with him, I am confident that he would lead the Alliance of Hope in Malaysia into the successful future, Thaksin said in quotes about Malaysia's fourth Prime Minister's success in the hotly contested 14th general election yesterday. Now, Thaksin made the remarks today in his email, in which he also shared an undated picture of himself with Mahathir. Pakatan Harapan, led by Mahathir in General Election 14, stunned political observers by toppling Barisan Nasional or BN, which had ruled Malaysia for 60 years, albeit with a simple majority to form the next government. And some updates about the 32nd ASEAN Summit, which I promised to read out but didn't. And here is kind of a summary from Xinhua News Agency. Now, the 32nd Summit of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, concluded on Saturday, which is April the 28th, which is about 2 weeks ago, reaffirming the bloc's cooperation and common vision. Now, Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong said ASEAN leaders have adopted deliverables which are in line with priorities this year for ASEAN to strengthen its resilience and innovative capacity. Now, at the press conference after the summit, Lee said one deliverable is the ASEAN leaders' vision for a resilient and innovative ASEAN, and the second is the establishment of the ASEAN Smart Cities Network. The network will use technology to improve lives and livelihood of the people in cities across the ASEAN member states, according to Lee. Now, the third one is the ASEAN leaders' statement on cybersecurity cooperation to deepen regional cooperation and coordination to keep up with rapid pace of digitalization. Lee said he is also pleased to announce the finalization of the Model ASEAN Extradition Treaty, or MAET, the revitalization of the Singapore ASEAN Youth Fund, and the setup of an annual training workshop in Singapore called the ASEAN Law Academy Program. The ASEAN leaders have good discussions during their meeting on regional issues and ASEAN's external engagements, according to Lee. ASEAN groups Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, PDR, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, and the 32nd ASEAN Summit and related meetings were held in Singapore from April the 25th to the 28th. Before we take a short break, I have another update, or national update rather, which is about, not Trump, which is about, give me a moment, I have to open the page, the pilot's body lets fly over soft ground. It says here that the Federation of International Pilots has issued alerts to its members about an ongoing risk to aircraft operations at Suvarnabhumi Airport due to soft ground conditions affecting taxiways, taxi lanes and aircraft stands. The alerts were issued on Tuesday by the International Federation of Airline Pilots Association, or IFALPA, which represents over 100,000 pilots and flight engineers in almost 100 countries. According to the warning, the soft ground conditions, or soft spots, have been encountered and reported by flight crews and ground service providers at the airport at least since 2008. The Federation has advised airlines to alert flight crews to the existing hazards related to the pushback and taxi operations at the airport and to apply appropriate operation procedures to mitigate the associated risks. In addition, flight crews are encouraged to report all soft spot occurrences immediately to Air Traffic Control, so Airports of Thailand, or AOT, personnel can be sent to investigate and assist as needed. Now, the Federation said the AOT had issued an advisory about the pavement failure causes, saying the two main factors were deficiencies in the asphalt materials used in the construction and the height of the water table under the airport. These factors have resulted in soft spots and failures on heavily transited areas after 2 years, well below the expected pavement lifespan of around 7 years. Short-term mitigation measures implemented by the AOT have included temporary and semi-permanent pavement repairs and a 24-hour on-call team for quick repairs to minimize disruption to operations. Now, the Federation said the AOT recently reported the contract to carry out permanent repair was cancelled in the design phase, further delaying permanent repairs which are not expected to commence until late 2019. Now, AOT executives have yet to respond to the Federation alert. So we will still have to follow up on that as well. So I'm hoping that all airlines and air crews are being safe out there and being cautious about the soft spots at the airport. So if you have seen them, be sure to report them to the airport control so that they can report it to the necessary authorities for further mitigation and further works and processes. Anyways, let's now take a short break and I'll be back in just a moment, so do stay tuned.
ยกระดับการเชื่อมโยงลุ่มน้ำโขงเป็นหนึ่งประชาคมประเทศไทยจะเป็นเจ้าภาพจัดการประชุมผู้นำยุทธศาสตร์ความร่วมมือทางเศรษฐกิจอิราวดี เจ้าพระยา แม่โขงหรือ ACMEX ครั้งที่ 8 ระหว่างวันที่ 15-16 มิถุนายน 2561 ที่กรุงเทพขอเชิญชวนชาวไทยทุกคนร่วมกันเป็นเจ้าบ้านที่ดีต้อนรับคณะผู้แทนจากกัมพูชาสปป.ลาวเมียนมาและเวียดนามที่มาเยือนประเทศไทย
การต่างประเทศกับสิ่งที่เราเห็นการประชุมแล้วก็ประชุมการจับมือแล้วก็จับมือหลายคนคงรู้สึกว่าการต่างประเทศช่างเป็นเรื่องที่ไกลตัวซะเหลือเกินแต่จริงๆแล้วการต่างประเทศใกล้ตัวกว่าที่คุณคิดเพราะการต่างประเทศนั้นช่วยสร้างมิตรภาพสร้างความเข้าใจสร้างความร่วมมือสร้างโอกาสและสร้างความเชื่อมั่นให้กับประเทศของเราเพื่อให้โลกได้มองเห็นและชื่นชมในสิ่งที่ดีงามต่างๆของเรามาซื้อสินค้าไทยมาลงทุนในไทยมาเที่ยวเมืองไทยเพิ่มความร่วมมือกับไทยและเพื่อเชิญชวนให้โลกได้มาสัมผัสความเป็นไทยการต่างประเทศจึงเป็นเครื่องมือที่จะเชื่อมไทยสู่โลกเชื่อมโลกสู่ไทยและเชื่อมท้องถิ่นสู่สากลแล้วการต่างประเทศในมุมมองของคุณล่ะเป็นแบบไหนมาร่วมส่งผลงานคลิปวิดีโอความยาวไม่เกิน3นาทีในหัวข้อการต่างประเทศในมุมมองของฉันชิงเงินรางวัลกว่า 10,000 บาทพร้อมเกียรติบัตรและสิทธิ์เข้าร่วมกิจกรรมทัศนศึกษาในประเทศอาเซียนส่งผลงานออนไลน์ของท่านผ่านทาง QR Code หรือที่เว็บไซต์ได้ตั้งแต่วันที่ 1 เมษายนจนถึง 20 พฤษภาคม 2561 รายละเอียดเพิ่มเติม Facebook สรานรม Radio หรือทางเว็บไซต์ saranrom.mfa.go.th 20 ปีวิทยุสรานรม
Welcome back. You're still with me, News and Views, and I'm Siri Saprashumya. Anyways, we have like an advertisement about the celebration of the 20th anniversary of Sarandrom Radio. If you are Thai national and you have a different view of what foreign affairs is like and you would like to show it through a short video of 3 minutes long, be sure to do that because you can win a prize money of up to 10,000 baht, and you can also go on a working field trip within the ASEAN countries. So if you're interested in participating with our activity, be sure to check out more details about it on our Facebook page at Sarandrom Radio or our website at sarandrom.mfa.go.th. So if you are interested, be sure to check that out. Anyways, I think the world, or rather England, is countdown to the royal wedding, another royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on May the 19th. The Telegraph UK right now have a slot, not rather like a countdown tab of how many days and hours left until the royal wedding. So if you're interested in more details about what is coming up, who is invited, what kind of ceremony it is, what kind of dress the upcoming princess is going to wear, then go ahead and go to the Telegraph UK, telegraph.co.uk, and they'll have all the details up there right now. They have what kind of dress what kind of ceremony will be held, where would be, who's going to be invited, who's going to be the best man, and I think the Duke of Cambridge is going to be the best man for Prince Harry. and they also got short interviews from both Prince Harry and his fiancée. So anyways, it's going to be a spectacular ceremony, and it's a royal wedding. Who doesn't want to be there? Who doesn't want to witness this? So if you're excited as much as I am in a way, I suppose be sure to keep tab on it. And May the 19th is next Saturday already, and everything will just come, all the updates will just keep coming up, coming around through every social media websites and all. So be sure to keep tabs and follow it up to see how everything is going, and by Saturday we'll see how the upcoming princess, what kind of dress the Meghan Markle rather is going to wear. Anyways, back to the story at hand. We have MFA or Ministry of Foreign Affairs Sports Day today, which I haven't joined yet, but I will do soon after I'm finished with this. But yes, so if you're around MFA, be sure to join in with the sports activities today and have fun, cheer on your team. Don't forget to wear your colored shirt because I didn't bring mine. I'm so sad. Anyways, some ministry updates before we head out today. Governments of Thailand, Myanmar successfully organized the return of the second batch of the displaced persons from Myanmar. This is also from my division, and I know that some of them had gone to see the second batch returned home. So here are some details about it. On May the 7th, 2018, the governments of Thailand and Myanmar successfully returned the second batch of 93 displaced persons from Myanmar to their homeland. A total of 20 persons from Ban Mai Nai Soi temporary shelter in Mae Hong Son province left Thailand and entered Myanmar at the Ban Hoi Ton Nun and Mersey border area in Mae Hong Son province, while 73 others from temporary shelters in Kanchanaburi province and Tak province used the Masot Miyawadi international border crossing in Tak province as entry point into Myanmar. Now, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, and the International Organization for Migration, or IOM, also assisted the relevant government agencies in the preparation and logistical arrangements for the return. Now, the success of the second return demonstrated the continued goodwill and efforts of both governments. With support from relevant UN agencies and NGOs since the return of the first group in October 2016. The return was the direct result of the first meeting of the Thailand-Myanmar Joint Working Group on the preparation of the displaced persons from Myanmar on March the 28th, 2018, at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, co-chaired by the permanent secretaries of both countries. Now, both sides has then expressed their readiness to closely cooperate on systematic and sustainable return of the remaining displaced persons from Myanmar to their homeland. Since 1987, Thailand has been providing shelters to Myanmar displaced persons, where approximately 100,000 displaced persons still reside in the 9 temporary shelters located in the Thailand-Myanmar border provinces, namely Mae Hong Son, Tak, Kanchanaburi, and Ratchaburi. Recent development in Myanmar, especially the peace process, had generated interest for voluntary return. In this connection, Thailand and Myanmar have been closely cooperating and facilitating the return to Myanmar on a voluntary basis and to ensure safety, dignity, as well as sustainable return. Both countries will further discuss on future returns at a second meeting of the Joint Working Group to be hosted by Myanmar in the second half of 2018, which is not a long away, because we are heading into June soon, and that will be the second half of the year, and we will soon know when the meeting or the joint working group between Thailand and Myanmar will happen, and how the displaced person will be helped and assisted to get back to their homeland, because eventually you would want to go home. I suppose that in a way, yes, home is where the heart is, but for some people, home is where they grew up. Everything they know is at home, and by the time that they're at a certain age, they would want to return to their hometown or to the place that they were born. So being displaced is not an ideal for anyone, even though they are treated correctly here with all the rights that they deserved. Eventually, everybody wants to go home. So I'm glad for them, and I'm happy for them, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will do the best that we can to help those displaced and to send them home so that they can live a peaceful and happy life continually. Anyways, yes, we talk about the winning polls in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and Dr. Mahathir had won again. He is 92 and now the eldest elected Prime Minister. We also talk about, yes, the royal wedding, which I'm very excited about, and we'll see how that will proceed. We have updates coming up everywhere, especially in the UK. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out the Telegraph, Mirror UK, BBC. I suppose they all have that. And also talking about the news on social media, the volcano in Hawaii is not exactly a volcano that has erupted, but it's the fissures that are actually broken up or coming up through the grounds, and though some people living closely to the fissures are actually refusing to evacuate and to move out from their homes because they said they have been living with like an active volcanoes their whole life and they will still want to live. It is getting dangerous, and although it might not reach their residences or residents rather, it's still quite dangerous. So I advise people in Hawaii to stay vigilant and cautious and to keep an eye out, to monitor the situation closely and to evacuate if they can. Best of luck to all of you and please stay safe. Yes, that's all I have. But before we leave, fun fact. Now, if you try to suppress a sneeze, you can actually rupture a blood vessel in your head or neck and die. Now, that's pretty scary, so be sure not to try to suppress any sneezes, please, because it is very scary. You can die from a clot of your blood vessel in your neck and your head. Anyway, ending quotes. You cannot live your life to please others. The choice must be yours. Now, this is from the White Queen and it's from Alice in Wonderland. And she's right, you know. You can't please everybody. You can only do what's best for you. So be sure to make all the right choices, not for anybody else, but for yourselves. Because in the end, it's you who have to make the choices and it's you who have to take the responsibilities of those choices that you made. So be sure to make the best one for yourself and not for anybody else. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. So if you have any comments or you just want to say hi, be sure to write to me. I am Sirisa Prashumyat. The address is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand. The address is 443 Rama 6 Road, Ratchathewi District, Bangkok, Thailand, and the postcode is 10400. You can also check out our other programs on Facebook page, Saraญรม Radio, as well as our YouTube channel, the same name, as well as the webpage, saranrom.mfa.go.th. Okay, I'll see you next week, so be sure to keep up with all the news, and if you have anything, you can comment and I'll give you all the updates you need to know by next week. Thank you very much for staying tuned, and I'll see you again. Bye.
กรมการกงสุลกระทรวงการต่างประเทศการทูตเพื่อประชาชนทุกแห่งหนเราดูแล
หนูอุ่นจุ้นจ้านตอนที่1พาสปอร์ตหายในต่างประเทศทำยังไงดี
น้องแป้งนุ่มครับเรามาเซลฟี่หน้าหอไอเฟลกันเถอะ
ช่วยด้วย help ทำยังไงดีถูกฉกกระเป๋าไปข้างในมีพาสปอร์ตด้วยล่ะเราจะเดินทางกลับไทยยังไงคะเนี่ย
สวัสดีครับผมชื่อหนูอุ่นใจเย็นๆครับอย่ากังวลใจทุกอย่างย่อมมีทางออกหนังสือเดินทางหายในต่างประเทศนะครับสิ่งแรกที่ต้องทำก็คือต้องไปแจ้งความที่สถานีตำรวจของประเทศนั้นๆเพื่อนำใบแจ้งความเป็นหลักฐานไปทำหนังสือเดินทางเล่มใหม่หลังจากนั้นต้องไปติดต่อสถานเอกอัครราชทูตหรือสถานกงสุลใหญ่ของไทยในประเทศนั้นๆเพื่อขอความช่วยเหลือและขอทำหนังสือเดินทางเล่มใหม่ครับโดยนำใบแจ้งความและสำเนาหนังสือเดินทางเล่มเดิมพร้อมบัตรประชาชนเป็นหลักฐานประกอบการทำหนังสือเดินทางใหม่
คุณน้องหนูอุ่นคะฟังแล้วเนี่ยแปลว่าต้องรอสักพักกว่าหนังสือเดินทางจะมาถึงแต่พี่แป้งนุ่มต้องกลับไทยภายในวันพรุ่งนี้เลยเพราะว่าซื้อตั๋วมาแค่วันพรุ่งนี้ค่ะจะทำยังไงดีคะเนี่ย
พี่แป้งครับในกรณีที่ต้องการเดินทางกลับประเทศไทยเร่งด่วนไม่สามารถรอหนังสือเดินทางเล่มใหม่ที่ผลิตส่งมาจากไทยได้สถานทูตหรือสถานกงสุลใหญ่จะออกหนังสือสำคัญประจำตัว Certificate of Identity หรือ CI ให้ใช้ในการเดินทางกลับประเทศหรือหากพี่ๆต้องเดินทางต่อไปประเทศอื่นก่อนกลับประเทศไทยจะออกเป็นหนังสือเดินทางชั่วคราวให้ครับโดยต้องเตรียมใบแจ้งความของหน่วยงานท้องถิ่นและเอกสารที่สามารถยืนยันสัญชาติได้ครับฉะนั้นแล้วก่อนเดินทางออกนอกประเทศอย่าลืมถ่ายสำเนาหนังสือเดินทางหรือเอกสารสำคัญต่างๆติดตัวไว้รวมทั้งทำประกันชีวิตและประกันสุขภาพก่อนเดินทางไว้ด้วยนอกจากนี้ควรมีที่อยู่และหมายเลขโทรศัพท์ของสถานทูตและสถานกงสุลใหญ่ไว้ด้วยนะครับ ซึ่งกระทรวงการต่างประเทศได้ส่งเจ้าหน้าที่ไปประจำสถานทูตและสถานกงสุลใหญ่ 98 แห่งทั่วโลกเพื่อดูแลพี่น้องคนไทยในต่างประเทศครับ
โอ้โหดีจังเลยค่ะน้องหนูอุ่น
และสุดปังครับพี่มาร์คพี่แป้งสามารถดาวน์โหลดแอปพลิเคชันไทยคอนซูล่าซึ่งกรมการกงสุลกระทรวงการต่างประเทศเขาทำขึ้นมาเพื่อให้เป็นเพื่อนเดินทางแก่คนไทยก่อนไปต่างประเทศครับโดยสามารถโหลดได้ฟรีลงบนมือถือในแอปดังกล่าวจะมีข้อมูลที่จำเป็นในการเดินทางไปต่างประเทศทุกเรื่องอาทิที่อยู่และหมายเลขโทรศัพท์ฮอตไลน์ของสถานทูตและสถานกงสุลใหญ่ไทยทุกแห่งทั่วโลกและข้อมูลบริการด้านกงสุลอื่นๆไม่ว่าจะเป็นการทำหนังสือเดินทางหรือรับรองเอกสารครับ
ขอบคุณน้องหนูอุ่นจริงๆเลยค่ะเป็นข้อมูลที่เป็นประโยชน์แก่คนไทยค่ะดีจังเลยที่เราได้รู้จักกับน้องหนูอุ่นจุนจ้านมาแนะนำข้อมูลดีๆให้กับพี่ๆนะคะ
ยินดีครับ
กรมการกงสุลกระทรวงการต่างประเทศการทูตเพื่อประชาชนทุกแห่งหนเราดูแล
Call Center 02-572-8442 ตลอด 24 ชั่วโมง